you've been walking Hollywood Boulevard? Seen anything?
Not exactly, just arrived. But yeah, no, I just walked up to meet you, and I saw Jason Friday the 13th. He's approaching in his mask. I was scared for a second, and so he started pulling it off, and I went, oh. But yeah, so this is a different place for us to meet. Checking out the locals.
Are we gonna do this right here?
Sure, why not?
Well, okay, I'm game.
Do you want to walk around? Or do somewhere else?
No, we could start it here.
Okay.
You know, wait a minute. I've got my notes in my pocket. Here we go. Oh, his chest is... Oh, that's spooky. Okay. I don't know if I want him in the background the whole time. Okay, I'm going to zoom in, yeah, back over that way. You went back to New Zealand recently. Oh, let me steady the camera. Okay, you went back to New Zealand recently.
Yeah.
You met someone there?
I met a lady who does animation, so we're looking at putting a project together, children's animation piece, but that's all I can say, because it's very early stages. I just recently shot some more material for Diamonds and Guns, and Donnie Duncan came out from New Zealand to help me on it, and he was telling me that he was doing some judging for the New Zealand Cinematography Awards, for the big feature film awards. So we were talking and stuff, and then while I was in New Zealand, I heard about this lady who won the New Zealand Feature Film Award for Digital Cinema. And she was frustrated. She was first of all thrilled, but then also frustrated that they actually created a different category for only digital filmmaking. That it's like the stepchildren of cinema. And so I can't remember how I got her number. Oh yeah, I do. But anyway, I got her number. And I called her up and I said, you know, I'm really excited about what I'm doing and just the whole capacity of shooting with digital cinema and having the freedom to make some stories without waiting for people to give you the green light, so to speak. And she's just at the same level with her passion and actually achieving things. The New Zealand Film Commission gave her some money to make, I think, 4 feature films this year with digital cinema. So it was great because she was asking me about the cameras. She's thinking of using a high definition camera and thinking of the one that Eric used for one week in a month, and then also thinking of the one that we used for Diamonds and Guns, but ours wasn't high def, so it's good to talk a little bit about it. I knew a little bit, you know.
Did she say why the film commission, the film industry, thinks that digital and non-digital are somehow not equal?
They're not different. Well, there's just there's a very traditional school of thought that a film is a 35mm film that gets the textured look of typical cinema, and I agree. I mean, it's beautiful, and what we all try to do is replicate that with the digital cinema mediums. But you know, a story is a story. You know, when it comes down to a good story, who cares what you do it on, really, as long as it's not too chaotic in the picture.
Right. It almost seems as if, because anyone can pick up a digital camera, it almost seems as if they think if you haven't somehow raised a whole lot of money, that your idea, which really is just in your head and you can make your movie, somehow isn't as worthwhile.
I mean, I still think that you need a plan. You know, you can't just take a camera out and start shooting things. You know, it's nice to have a story arc and a plan and a crew. They're going to come along with it, because even with our digital film Diamonds and Guns, we had a crew involved. You know, that were like any other normal 35mm crew. So it takes planning.
And still, as with all movies, it's in the story. The audience isn't gonna.
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's why we're still working on Diamonds and Guns, because there's some problems with the story that we're still trying to remedy, and I think we will. I think we've solved our problem of how do we cap off the film. So that's what we're going to do now. It's been like this long, drawn out.
The 10-year movie.
10-year movie, my first film. Oh my God. But it's been amazing, because even now, at this last stage, we're still learning how to finish the film, you know, and then right now we're editing in our temp track so that we have music, fluid music throughout the whole thing. And then we'll finish the last portion of the visual elements, and then we go from there, which is going to be fun. I can't wait. Ooh la la.
So made some changes in your working life recently. What's going on back there?
I'm not working with my agent or my manager at the moment.
And why did we come to this decision?
Because I finally decided that we weren't on the same path. And what they really wanted me to do was to lock into a television series. And I really don't want to do that. And most of the shows that I've been able to audition for or look at are just not the sort of material that I really feel strongly about spending however many years involved with. And I just kind of said, you know what, if I'm not 100% attached to it, then I don't want to do it. I feel life is short. I'm going to do something because I love it, or I'm not, you know? Right. I'll find something else to do.
Put out a hat.
But yeah, and I mean, so I actually did say that. I was like, you know, I'd rather not act than act in something that I really don't really care about, you know? So that was that. And what I'm doing now is I am making my own projects. You know, I'm working on this short film and have a lot of other things I've been nurturing. And including monologues. I'm really looking at female monologues around women in war right now.
To do what with? To make?
I'm probably going to do something with it. I'm playing with it right now.
I mean, live or on camera?
It'd be live theater about women in war. So I'm playing around with that. So this is a great expression for myself to write material, to perform it. So yeah.
There's an awful lot of theater in LA.
Yeah, there's definitely venues here. I know I could put something up. It's just a matter of having the right pieces to come together. And I haven't really felt like it up until now, you know. I know I talked about it after the first one-woman show for, you know, during the convention, but I haven't felt strongly enough about something up until just recently that I keep getting these great inspirations around women who deal with the tragedies and grief around war. So
are you talking about women in particular that you personally that you've met?
One that I've met, yeah, and that we all know actually. And not that we all know, but she comes to a lot of events, and spoken to her without trying to keep her anonymous. And another one I wrote that I don't know if I would use because it's very slanted against the war, and I almost feel there would be huge backlash if I told these monologues.
Now this is ironic. You're talking about the risk-taking of turning down secure jobs that could give you security.
Right.
And then on the other hand, you say you're afraid of a backlash?
I'm not afraid. I just know it would come. So I just have to be sort of prepared with what my characters are going to say, you know? I mean, because I could create a fictional situation that maybe is not happening in Iraq that I could create. And so, I mean, what could happen is the soldiers, American soldiers, could get very upset about that. But hey, I'm an artist, I can make up whatever I want, right? So, I don't know. It's just kind of balancing how far do I want to go, you know, what sort of stories do I want to tell, and then knowing if I put myself out there, put myself out there.
Whether or not you want to be Ms. Michael Moore.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. I just started playing with it, so it might be tamer than I'm feeling right now.
I think I'll just let it run while I think for a minute.
But anyway, that's much more exciting to me than auditioning for a guest spot or, you know, on a TV show that I just don't get. I appreciate the acting because I think the acting's great, but I don't get it so much, so, you know.
And you had those sitcom auditions that didn't make you laugh.
Oh, God. Yeah, that was a while ago. Haven't been on any more since though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to touch back again, and the security issue is something that either you're young enough or you're passionate enough or you're stupid enough not to have focused in on and hanging over your head the security of a steady job.
To believe that there's security.
To believe in the need for security.
Yeah, exactly. I think that there's this Hollywood system that functions here that, you know, you have to be of a certain name value in order to get films off the ground and running. And that does happen, obviously. But at the same time, why the hell not create then your story with other actors who are phenomenal and get a great story made? So I think that's what's great about these digital cameras, because if you have some sort of a budget, you can do this and you're still going to move people, you know? So I'm trying to think outside the box.
And how do actors in this town find each other?
There are a lot of acting classes. There are a lot of actors around here. Oh my God.
I know. There could be someone walking on this street right now who would be plugged right into your dream. But I'm wondering how you guys find each other. Is there?
Yeah. A friend of mine is trying to put up his short film, and he asked me for actors, you know, that fit a certain criteria. And I thought of this one guy from my old acting class, and I called him up. It turns out he's just finished a show where he does all these characters, and so he's just perfect because he can do anything, you know. And I'd forgotten about him until my other friend said, "I'm looking for actors," you know. And we start to brainstorm, and then I could ask him who else he would recommend, the other actors who they would recommend.
Right. And if worst comes to worst, you join the man with the pulsing chest back there. Good God. That is like freaky. He doesn't, yeah, because he doesn't do anything else.
He just pulses his chest?
He just pulses his chest.
How's he do it?
Yeah, that's kind of it. Wait a minute, let me get a shot of that. You came here and looked at footprints?
Yeah, I think I did.
Oh look, Star Trek.
Star Trek.
So whose footprints did you want to see?
I don't know. You just keep filming. I'll pull you over.
Okay.
So you can. It's John Woo. Cool.
Ah, filmmaker. Hey, pretty darn close. Yeah.
Harrison Ford.
Too big?
Men.
Yeah. Lead me on.
Let's find Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, okay.
Ava Gardner. She's so delicate. Look at these legs.
Is she? Would that fit? Oh, look at that. That's a perfect match. But you're a blonde.
Right.
Who's that? Oh, Tom Cruise. Nah. Where's Fred and Ginger?
Ginger Rogers, right here.
Oh, where? She's tiny. Is this her? Look at that. Is your hand too big for her? How about your feet?
Oh my God, forget it.
Look at that. Oh my gosh, she's a munchkin. Wow. Who am I walking on? George Murphy. Dear Sid, I love you. Pola Negri. John Barrymore. Where?
Jane Russell, Marilyn Monroe.
Ah, okay. Gentlemen prefer blondes. Really? Wow. Oh my God, look at that. They're like an inch bigger than you. How about her feet?
It's hard to tell. Jane Russell.
I gotta pull back so I can get a full body. Is that Jane Russell?
Charlton Heston. Let me tell you a funny joke about Charlton Heston.
Yeah, what's a funny joke about Charlton Heston?
For the Hercules television movies, they were asking Charlton Heston to be Zeus.
Okay.
And I think his agents came back and said, "Chuck, don't joke."
Chuck, don't joke.
So, anyway, luckily we got an even greater person. Even better. Anthony Quinn, come see over here.
Oh, where? Where? Oh.
Look, he put pennies in. Oh, that's so funny.
What is that?
He put pennies in.
Oh my God. I wonder why he did that.
Dreams do come true. That's so sweet.
Oh. Wow. Wow.
You know what's so funny?
What?
I was just doing little captions for my scrapbook.
Yeah.
I have a picture of myself and Anthony Quinn and Kevin Sorbo, and I wrote, "Dreams do come true." That's so funny.
Oh, that's incredible. Wow. How spooky.
Isn't that bizarre?
Wow.
Who knew?
What is that? Saul, son, Sean? Oh, Sean Connery. He used his bare feet.
Oh, I love it. That's hilarious. What? Al Pacino. I bet he's small.
He's tiny. Oh, yeah.
You know what they say about me.
What do they say, Renee? Oh God, that's funny.
Peter Sellers, they got a heart. That's cute.
Aw.
That's sweet. Look at his tiny feet. Wow.
Wow, that's just about you.
Probably not, yeah.
Yeah. What shoe size are you?
8, 7.5.
7.5?
8, sometimes depends on the shoe.
So he might be like an 8.5?
Tom Hanks, big old feet. Look at his chubby fingers. Little nubs.
Yes, he does. Oh, that's funny.
Robin Williams, what's this? Put something there. What would that be? Who knows for him, huh? Carpe diem.
Oh, Carpe diem, right.
That's cool.
12/22/98.
What about
Jack Valenti. Wow, Sherry Lansing.
Sherry Lansing, how interesting.
Really? No, that can't be. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm surprised.
That's funny, isn't that weird?
Yeah, isn't that odd?
It's kind of bizarre, yeah.
Yeah, it is. I'll cut that out. Oh, somebody wrote a lot. From in front of...
Ron Howard. From in front of and behind the cameras. Thank you, Ron Howard.
Oh. Ooh, that's close.
I want to see Clint Eastwood.
Okay.
He and Clint Eastwood inspire me. They're great.
I was just going to ask you that. If you had to work with 2 directors.
Well, 2 careers if I could like envision myself in the lady would be Clint Eastwood and Ron Howard.